Welcome back to News Geelong as we return to the home of the Geelong Cats and Nathan Curry.
Thanks very much, Roller. I'm back again, and now it's time to catch up with the Geelong Cats coach, Chris Scott, before obviously the big game tomorrow. Now, Chris, how much emotion weighs into picking one of the old boys?
Oh, we're all aware of it, but the team's always got to come first. It's as simple as that.
Now, Menzel's already obviously out, but if Johnson's out too, what sort of blow would that be to the club?
Oh, they're both in our best 22, fully fit, so from that perspective we'd be disappointed, but we've worked all season to make sure that we don't rely on 22 or 23. We feel like we've got 29 or 30 that can do the job. I mean, every side would like Menzel and Johnson in there, but the 22 that go out on the day can get the job done.
Is this week's build-up different to the ones you had in Brisbane?
Oh, not really, no. I mean, I won't lie to you and say that I'm not a little bit edgy. I think we all are, but that's a positive thing. As long as it doesn't affect our preparation, then we'll go in feeling good about ourselves, I think.
Days like this a bit better than the days in Brisbane?
Yeah, Brisbane we probably had one bay of people, so there was a little bit of atmosphere, but nothing like this, that's for sure. And it's one of the great things about being the last of the community clubs.
Now, initially you were a bit of a reluctant coach. Who pushed you into it?
Oh, no, one person. I guess if there's a group of people, it's the Fremantle Footy Club that really encouraged me to coach, and I learnt a lot there, learned a lot from Mark Harvey, and I've got a lot of people there that I'll thank down the track if we are successful. Can
you believe in such a short amount of time you've been able to achieve so much?
In a sense, no, but another way of looking at it is I've been fortunate to come into a fantastic organisation, really competitive group of players, and I think it's a little bit disrespectful for me to say that we're surprised to be in the position we're in, because these players are very capable and we're confident that we can give it a real shake.
How are the boys that are missing because of injury coping at this time?
Oh, they've been terrific team people, really. I mean, it is disappointing for them as individuals, but they're very happy for the team, and for those guys at 20 years of age, hopefully there'll be plenty of chances for them in the future. But I guess it does hurt a little bit, because if they were fit and available, they'd be in the best 22. So hopefully that drives them on in the future.
Have these boys needed counselling in any way?
Oh, I mean, we keep in regular contact. I mean, we talk about it every couple of days, but no, they're okay. They don't need anything special.
Despite those injuries, do you think you've had the ideal preparation for September? Yeah,
we won't have any excuses. Irrespective of whether Steve comes up, I think we go into Saturday very comfortable with our preparation, not just the last couple of weeks, but the whole season. Whatever happens, we'll have no excuses. We're in a position to give it our absolute best.
Now, what's the odds you can knock Collingwood over again?
Oh, we think our best footy is good enough. It's as simple as that. We think we play a sustainable finals type of footy, and the heat's going to be on, and we think we've adapted to that pressure really well this season. But it's going to be a fierce contest. They're a terrific side. Probably statistically at least the best side over the last 2 years. So it's good for footy, I think.
Collingwood's a bit of a glamour side at the moment. They've obviously got the Brownlow medalist. You've been in a team that's also had a Brownlow medalist going into the grand final. How is that?
No, I've been really conscious of not talking about the opposition all year, and their preparation is what it is. There's no point us wasting a second thinking about theirs. We'll just concentrate on ours, make sure that we're as good as we can possibly be, and expect them to play their very best.
Has it been a deliberate act to kick longer in the last 4 months?
Oh, a little bit, but we're trying to, in terms of our attack, we're trying to develop a really balanced form of offence. And the last few weeks has probably meant we've gone a little bit longer than previous to that, but there's no reason why we can't go a little bit shorter. I mean, in essence, we try to play what's in front of us.
Finally, Chris, will you speak to Lee Matthews about the grand final?
The same things that have worked in footy for an eternity will still work this week. The details are a little bit different, but yeah, I've spoken to him. But the key to this week is not doing anything out of the ordinary, and we're pretty confident in our systems and our style of play. So we'll roll it out again this week with full confidence that it's good enough.
Thank you very much for your time, Chris. We were also lucky enough to catch an interview with Jimmy Bartel. Now, obviously, Jimmy, it's going to probably rain tomorrow. Will that benefit the game plan?
It'll probably affect the game. It's probably not. If it's going to pour rain, it's probably not going to be the big open spectacle that everyone wants. But I think both sides adapt pretty well when it does get wet, and probably just comes back to basics more than anything else.
Now, Jimmy, everyone says you're a wet weather player. Do you agree with that?
Oh, other people do. I think it's just a talking point. I think most games we play in Geelong are pretty ordinary conditions, so I guess we're used to it because we don't play a lot of games at the Dome. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm just necessarily a wet weather player.
There's been some speculation there's a problem with your ribs. Is that serious?
I don't know, it's speculation when it's just a blatant lie by somebody. So I think it's just gathered legs, because the more you deny it, the more people think you're lying. But it's sort of bizarre that someone can make something up and everyone else runs with it.
Obviously this week, Jimmy, injuries have been dominating the media. Does all that talk affect the training?
No, not at all. I don't think we really worry what the papers say. If we worried about that, we would have missed the finals this year, according to everybody. So, you know, like you said, it probably makes good talk for everyone else, but it doesn't bother us internally. Obviously,
Tom Lonergan's comeback has been pretty inspirational, but how important has he been to the side this year?
Pretty remarkable story. The guy you know, fought back from the injury he had. It was pretty much life-threatening there at one stage, but now he's a central part of our defence. Takes all the best forwards on, the big key forwards, and that probably allows guys like Scarlo and Andrew Mackie to release and create. So it's an amazing effort, not only for him to get back playing AFL footy, but to be a key part of our defence.
There's a bit of fairy tale about Tom Lonergan tomorrow. Will that motivate the team?
Pretty motivating to see him get back full stop, but just seeing the way he prepares for footy and what he had to overcome, probably pretty inspiring.
There's three blokes playing in their first grand final this week: Trent West, Alan Christensen and Mitch Duncan. Will the older boys have a chat to them about what to do in grand finals? Yeah,
we would be normally chatting to them a fair bit, but in all the big games this year, our young blokes have probably been in our best half dozen. So if anything, we're not going to say too much to them at all. So they've just been playing footy and playing the way we want them to. So we haven't had to feed them any information that they don't already know.
Has grand final preparation under Chris Scott been different to Bomber Thompson?
Not really. We're still all pretty professional. Chris still prepares us the right way with game plans and tactics and everything like that. So, and the guys still prepare like going into a grand final any other year.
Cameron Ling's captaining his first grand final tomorrow. How inspirational has he been to the team over the years?
His consistency over his whole career has been remarkable. People probably from outside Geelong don't understand how much he gives to the club, not only his performance but also his leadership.
Has Chris Scott given the team a motivational speech yet?
No, it hasn't been anything like the fire and brimstone or the big deep speeches just yet. We've pretty much kept it as normal as every other week as far as looking at the opposition and just training up and getting ready for them.
Finally, Jimmy, do you understand the significance of what your club would be able to achieve if you could win tomorrow?
It's probably like other questions being asked. We just let everybody else talk about that, and we've got a fiercely competitive group and we just want to win all the time, and that's pretty much as simple as we've kept it.
Thanks very much for your time, Jimmy, and good luck to you and your teammates tomorrow. Well, it's been a big night on the Cats, Rollo. Obviously, the fans are pumped, the players are pumped, the coach is pumped, even I'm pumped. So let's just go have a great game tomorrow, and I'll see you all next week on Wednesday night. But until then, it's back to you, Rollo.
Thank you, Nathan. Weather-wise over this weekend, we can expect tomorrow to be partly cloudy with possible showers and hail, with an expected top temperature of 15, while Sunday will continue with isolated showers in the morning, followed by a sunny afternoon and a top of 17. Thank you for joining us for this News Geelong Grand Final special. Go Cats! And remember, take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, have a pleasant evening, a safe weekend and a very good night.